Guys, Outlander Season 7 is gradually approaching to the end, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to say goodbye to my favorite show once again. All I know is the next episode will probably be the most epic episode of the entire season, and I cannot wait for. So, before further ado, let's dive into what to expect from episode 15. But first, let's take a look at where episode 14 left us. Jamie Fraser is stepping up as a brigadier general in the Revolutionary War. Honestly, can we take a moment to appreciate how amazing Sam Heughan looks in that uniform? Like, forget the red coat from season 5, this new look is on another level. Jamie's now in charge of 300 men, which is a huge leap from his previous command of smaller groups. The weight of responsibility is really starting to show, especially in those quiet moments he shares with Claire. Speaking of Claire, our badass doctor finds herself unexpectedly hosting a dinner for none other than George Washington and the Marquis de Lafayette. Talk about an impromptu dinner party, right? I mean, imagine realizing you're hosting a historical dinner for such major figures. Claire even bumps into Lafayette at the market, and it leads to this hilarious moment involving French cheese. I'm all for using cheese to solve misunderstandings, honestly. The dinner is such a pivotal moment. Jamie gets an early version of the United States flag as a gift. But even with all the grandeur, you can feel Jamie's vulnerability when he confides in Claire about the pressure of his new position. And of course, Claire grounds him. Their dynamic? Honestly, it's just chef's kiss perfect. Now, let's talk about Lord John Grey, because oh my goodness, his return was so dramatic. He shows up under the alias Bertram Armstrong and swears an oath to the Continental Army to protect himself. But things get tense real quick when he turns himself in to Jamie. At Claire's insistence, she tends to his eye injury, and wow, that scene. I mean, am I the only one who felt extreme cringe watching this scene? Like, seriously, watching Claire just dive in to heal him was intense. Despite the awkward history between John and Jamie though, they're united by the common cause of saving William. Yes, their son is in danger, and Lord John is taking on the mission to rescue him with Ian by his side. And then there's Bree in the 1980s, who's dealing with Rob Cameron, who is now officially one of the most hated villains in Outlander. After discovering some masked intruders in her home, Bree goes full action hero, armed with a shotgun no less. She manages to fend off the intruders and protect her family, but it's clear this is far from over. The real twist? Bree realizes she might have to take Jemmy and Mandy back through the stones to find Roger and Buck. Can you imagine? The time travel stakes are getting real, and I'm totally hooked. How is Bree going to handle this without knowing exactly where Roger is? And if she goes back for good? I'm torn. It's both exciting and heartbreaking. Now, let's talk about William. I've got to admit, he's becoming one of my favorite characters this season. His struggles with his identity and trying to live up to honor and courage are so relatable. And his connection with Jane? I'm all in for them. Their chemistry is undeniable, and Jane's straightforward personality is the perfect contrast to William's more reserved nature. But it's not all sunshine. Jane has a dark past, which complicates everything. When she tells William how she killed a British officer to protect her sister, my jaw hit the floor. And now, thanks to Captain Richardson, William is in serious danger. Will Lord John and Ian get to him in time? I'm fully invested in William and Jane's relationship. Their connection feels so raw and real, and I can't help but root for them. But with all the danger lurking, I'm preparing for the heartbreak that might be coming. So, what can we expect next? With only a few episodes left, things are about to get even more intense. Here's what will happen. Lord John and Ian will be racing against time to save William. I'm expecting some major drama, and probably some sacrifices along the way. I can't wait to see William finally reconcile with Jamie. I've been waiting for that father-son moment, and I know it's gonna hit me right in the feels. Meanwhile, Bree's decision to go back through the stones with her kids is going to lead to some serious emotional moments. She'll reunite with Roger and Buck, and together they'll try to figure out what Rob Cameron is really up to. Could it involve digging deeper into the past of Lallybroch? Honestly, How cool would it be if they bring some modern tech into the past? On Jamie and Claire's side, we're heading towards a big revolutionary war battle, and Jamie's leadership will really be tested. Claire, of course, will be tending to the wounded, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be heartbreaking to watch. I've got a feeling this is going to be the most intense part of the next episode. And let's be real, there's a good chance Claire might get seriously injured, which will put Jamie in the toughest position ever. Will he stay focused on the war, or will he tend to Claire? Ugh, I'm already feeling the heartbreak. And then there's Jane's confession about killing Captain Harkness. That's going to bring the authorities closer to their camp, which will force William to make some tough decisions. His relationship with Jane is about to take a dramatic turn, and I'm here for all of it. So, what do you think will happen next? I can't wait for the next episode to drop. Things are heating up, and I'm all in. For more weekly updates on Outlander, don't forget to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.